All right. Thank you. It's great to be here, everyone, and tell you about what we're doing at Trek. I'm really excited. I've got 2 100% owned projects that I'd like to talk about and 2 strategic relationships that Trek has substantial potential upside with. And any one of those 4 could come through and be really game-changing in terms of Trek's share price and market capitalisation, which is really what it's all about in this game. And this picture here, they say a picture tells 1,000 words, and this tells the story of our flagship project, Christmas Creek, and what we're doing up in the Kimberley region of Western Australia. And so this photo is of us drilling, and as you can see, it's just flat, sandy plains. So there's no rocks sticking out of the ground. And the reason why that's significant is because we're in a new search space. And that's where what I'm really excited about is that we're out exploring somewhere new. But we're in Western Australia. So it's great jurisdiction. We're out looking for gold and copper, great commodity spin at the moment. And we're really looking for the game-changing, discovery. Okay, so why Trek? We're a committed big picture explorer, which is increasingly rare these days. We're out in the genuine green fields, chasing these big major discoveries, and especially, being undercover is where Trek and I know a lot of the majors really believe the next round of big discoveries are going to come from. We're lucky enough to be backed by a proven board, same board members that are at Pilbara Minerals, and have the ability to raise the capital required to go out and do this sort of greenfields exploration. We have a strong platform for growth. We have a clean capital structure. The board all have significant skin in the game, as does the management. So we've got a strong platform for growth, and we've got a shared philosophy of boots on the ground. We've got a couple of geos and a couple of fieldies up in the field at the moment, going and looking at all the anomalous areas that we're really excited about. They've just finished processing the last of the diamond core from a 10,000 metre program we did up there. All right, so the capital structure, the share price come off a little bit since here. We're about 5.6 cents for a market cap in the mid 30 millions, so reasonably priced, and you'll see a significant re-rate if any one of these projects deliver the goods. Okay, so the strategy, the journey to the next big mineral discovery, we're really targeting these new greenfields areas where we believe it's got all the geological ingredients to deliver one of these big discoveries, tier 1 discoveries. We're focused on the Kimberley, the Christmas Creek project at the moment. We'll delve into the details there in a second. We got a really cracking gold intersection there last year. We got 10 metres at 12 grams and another 10 metres at 7 grams. Historically, the project was part of Newmont's portfolio, and they're the largest gold miner. They were really looking for those, large multi-million ounce discoveries as well. So, that gives us, confidence in that it was able to, meet the criteria to go into their portfolio. And, we're really privileged to be able to have this ground. We've just completed 10,000 metres, so it's all about action. You're never going to find anything if you're not drilling holes. We've just drilled 75 holes up in the Kimberley for over 10,000 metres. And we've got those results will be coming in anytime soon. So I'm really looking forward to getting those and delving through the detail and finding out what we've got. So let's get into the portfolio. So where is Christmas Creek? It's in the Kimberley region of Western Australia, so in the northern part of Western Australia. And it sits here, which is a long strike from, there's the Tanami Gold Province, world-class gold district with over 20 million ounces. And there's the major structure that runs through there, runs straight through our project. It's also at the intersection of the Halls Creek origin. So the Halls Creek origin is a known gold belt that was actually where the first gold was discovered in Western Australia. So before Kalgoorlie, there was gold found there. And like I said, the Tanami world-class district. And the thing about Christmas Creek is that it hasn't been explored because it's covered in shallow sands and a slight bit of Permian on-lap. So it's really, it was a theory of the large-scale picture of where would you want to go to find a major mineral deposit. And so it was a theory that a guy, John Ronsky, came up with, who's a serial explorationist and been credited with multiple discoveries around the world. And Newmont came in and found some high-grade gold, and we got some amazing intersections last year, and I'm really excited. We've also got some copper gold as well. We've got a couple of different styles. So first of all, the nuggets. So we found a bunch of nuggets sticking out of the ground. Most of the geology is obscured, like I said, and that's really been the main game for us at Trek. But you'd be crazy not to go and have a look at the historic areas. And so we went up, and we'd been focusing the last year down in the south, in the undercover areas. But as a geologist, we were chatting to the pastoralist who said that one of their mustering pilots had picked up all these nuggets, and so we went, let's go and have a look. Went out there and we picked up a whole bunch of nuggets. We got 50 nuggets in 2 days. And so what I really like about working in a junior as well is we're quite flexible and nimble. So between finding the nuggets, making the decision to go and drill these while we had the drill rig on site, asking the heritage group, getting a heritage survey done, monitors the earth moving from the pastoralist. It was all done, and the drill rig there drilling within about 6 weeks. It was amazing. So we completed, 5, 6 holes there. So the assays are pending. Be interesting to find out. It's never been drilled before, but the nuggets had been known about. Okay, but really, so that prospect's called Turner, which is, you can see right up in the top right-hand corner, which is the outcropping geology. And essentially everything else that's on this map that's coloured, and I should point out the scale. So the scale of this project is over 1,000 square kilometres. It's a really large area, and all the coloured area is gold in soil sampling. And so there's some really big anomalies, and I'm going to talk about Martin, Zahn, and then Coogan, which now we believe joins into Jobs. So we'll talk about those three. So this is Martin, where we got the high-grade gold last year. And we've just been drilling around. We've put out results from the first 5 holes around the intersection that we got last year, and all of it was hosting high-grade gold. So there's the 2 10-metre intersections, 12 at 7 and 10 at 12, and 10 at 7. And then we stepped out and we got 4 metres at 14, 3 at 6. And so we know there's more gold. And so we've got more drill holes that we've drilled in the area that assays are due anytime soon. We've also stepped out, and they've got these big trends, 1.5 kilometres long, kilometre long in this direction, and we've been stepping out along those as well, trying to find the sweet spot. If we move over to Zahn, it's an even bigger target area. We've got, historically, the main soil anomaly sat to the south, and we believe that it's been shedding off this material, which is slightly higher elevation, and we really feel like we're unlocking the geology of what's going on at the Zahn prospect now. When we did a drone magnetic survey, and that's what the background imagery is here, and you see these. Sorry, I'm overly technical because I'm an exploration geologist, and I should, apologise to the non-technical people in the team, in the room and online. And feel free to come past the booth, and I can break it down for you. Or but I think as an exploration geologist or a company out doing greenfields exploration, you really have to be passionate about the rocks and the geology, and that's how you're going to find things. And we've got the whole team's passionate about it. Anyway, so with that caveat, we really think we're unlocking the geology, and we think these thick black lines is these units, the contact between 2 different units that's acting as the trap for the gold that we're seeing in the drilling. And so we've got a whole bunch of drill holes that we've drilled there. Got the results pending, so it'll be a Can't wait to see what we get. And then Coogan, Brockhurst jobs. Once again, you know, the more exploration you do, the more you learn, the more you see what's going on. And this target is massive. We think it's now about a 10-kilometre long system. The first two I talked about were mainly gold, orogenic gold. This is a copper gold system. It's really well zoned. Consulting geochemist loves this one because he reckons you could stick a hole anywhere in that. So we've done 3 lines of drilling right in the core there, where you've got the hottest signature with, you know, copper, gold, tellurium, everything. He said you could have drilled just one of those holes anywhere in that square kilometre and you'd know you're in a big mineral system. And it's when, you know, people get excited and tell me that, I'm like, all right, great, we're exploring in the right sort of system to make a really big, game-changing discovery. So we've got a number of holes, again, that we've drilled there. We're running out of time, so I better keep going, keep moving. All right, so this is McEwen Hills project, the second 100% owned project that I wanted to talk about. And again, this is another, you know, greenfields belt within Australia. There's never been any exploration on this ground that we've got, never seen a drill hole. So again, you know, it's just virgin territory in somewhere that we know there's just been some really big discoveries. So over on the Western Australian side of the same belt, WA1 made a world-class niobium discovery, several 100 million tonnes. That's, you know, rocketed their market capitalisation over $1 billion. Encounter have been making some discoveries out there as well. So I'm really excited to get out on the ground there. That's next cab off the rank. So, bit of a snapshot in the action. So Christmas Creek, to summarise, earlier this year we did some drone magnetics, gravity to really hone in on, you know, our drill planning where we're going to put in the holes. We completed a 2-rig program over 10,000 metres. We had a diamond rig to really nail down the structures, work out the controls on the mineralisation, and a RC rig to go and, you know, do this first pass exploration drilling. Really looking forward to getting all those results coming through and doing the interpretation, planning the next round. We've got McEwen Hills, and then we've got 2 strategic relationships. One for a manganese asset that the guys are looking at making high purity manganese sulfate, which goes into the lithium ion battery market for America. They're planning to list on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Trek will end up as a 20% shareholder of that company, get a cash payment. You know, we're really setting those guys up for success. They want to mine in Western Australia and ship it to America. We've got an agreement with DevEx where they're exploring for uranium and nickel copper. And come chat to me at the booth. I'd love to talk about Trek, talk about it all day. So thanks.